top 10 things Europeans find strange about America. Ready to see what America thinks we're going to see in this and see if I find them strange. Before we do get into this, appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. Let's check this out, man.
For this list, we're looking at things that are prevalent in America, but that are done differently in Europe.
Okay.
Of course, Europe is a large place, and we understand that not all of the customs, practices, or habits we're listing will feel odd to all Europeans in all regions.
It is different everywhere.
Number 10. How are you?
Of
course, there are regional variations on the question, how are you in Europe? But the words how are you as a greeting is a relatively foreign concept to many Europeans.
Right.
In America, asking how are you is expected to be followed with a short and concise, fine thanks.
Okay,
The asker is simply being polite. It almost never expects an honest or lengthy response. It's simply a way to say hello. However, ask a European the same question, and they may actually get into it, as this is rarely used as a form of greeting overseas.
Hey, yo, if you ask me how am I, I'm just gonna be like, I'm good, thanks, how are you? That's it, simple as.
Number 9. The measurement system.
Oh.
To most of Europe, and most
Okay, I speak to a lot of you guys in my stream, and we do get a little bit confused when we're using the measuring systems, obviously, because I use, you know, what we use in the UK, and then you guys use what you use in America. But then again, in the UK, it's a little bit different to the rest of Europe as well, because we kind of mix it. We use both systems sometimes. So yeah, it's
to
a
the
bit
world
weird.
for that matter, the United States' use of the imperial system is simply mind-boggling. Most of the world has adopted the metric system, but the United States remains one of the few areas of the world to stick with imperial.
Right.
Of course, there are a few exceptions. For example, the imperial system is still widely used by the British, despite metric being the official system, with imperial...
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Bro, the UK, we just make it hard for us. Like, we just use both, bro.
Units still commonly used for things like speed, road signs, distance, weight, and volume.
Right.
However, a large majority of Europe employs the metric system. And to
like, yo, you know, in the UK, for example, a lot of people will be measuring in pounds. Like, I know Izzy measures in pounds, and then me, I'll be measuring in kilograms. Like, it's so weird. And then we use miles on the car as well, whereas I think the rest of Europe use kmph, something like that.
Them, things like feet and miles are completely foreign concepts. Number 8. Pharmacies acting as convenience stores. In America, pharmacies and convenience stores are basically interchangeable.
That's handy.
You can walk in, get a prescription filled, and pick up some beer and cigarettes while you wait.
Wait, that's actually crazy. You can get beer and cigarettes as well as getting the medicine that you might need for the course of beer and cigarettes. Hey, talk about kill two birds with one stone.
And cigarettes while you wait. In many areas throughout Europe and the rest of the world, cigarettes and beer are a huge no-no in pharmacies.
Right, okay.
In fact, before the mid-2000s, many European pharmacies were extremely strict. Even relatively harmless things like ibuprofen and vitamins were hidden behind the counter.
Oh, really?
While many areas of Europe have opened up the availability of drugs, it's still extremely rare to see cigarettes and alcohol right beside the prescription counter.
Yeah, I've never seen alcohol and cigarettes at a pharmacy, but I have seen, like, you know, like random stuff. Just random house stuff.
Number 7. Strict alcohol laws.
Alcohol drink to 21.
When it comes to alcohol, few countries are as strict as the United States.
Okay.
Not only is alcohol relatively cheap in Europe, especially wine, but Europeans are also much more relaxed when it comes to alcohol regulation. The mandated drinking age in America is 21, and some states ban those under 21 from entering bars, even if they're not drinking. In Washington...
Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, you can't even go to a bar if you're not drinking? And you're under 21? Oh, I didn't know that. What if you're just gonna go get some juice?
Washington, possession of alcohol under 21 may even land you in prison. On the other hand, some countries in Europe, like Denmark and France, do not have a legal drinking age. And the minimum age for purchasing alcohol can be as low as 16.
Wait, are you sure? Denmark and France don't have a minimum... What?
Public drinking is also often acceptable, despite being widely forbidden in the United States.
Okay.
Number 6. American patriotism.
This is cool.
Patriotism is rampant across America. Flags are proudly hoisted on houses and lawns, the national anthem is sung at events, and some even take great pride in their weapons.
That's cool.
Another hallmark of the American Constitution that feels alien to many outsiders. While Europeans undoubtedly love their respective countries of origin, the patriotism is nowhere near the fever levels exhibited in the States.
Yo, I learned a lot from you guys in the stream. If you want to join twitch.tv/AlfredWG. But you guys was like, it was actually blowing my mind at how young you guys will like learn how to shoot guns. Because some of you guys will be like, yeah, I was learning when I was like 6, 7. I was thinking 6, 7 years old. Yo, I didn't even know how to... I was anything. 6, 7 years old, I'm trying to think. I didn't know how to do anything. What did I know how to do at 6, 7? Nothing, bro. I didn't know how to use technology. I barely could figure out my toys.
National identity just doesn't seem to carry the same weight.
Right.
While certain types of American patriotism may be on the decline in today's political climate, it's still undoubtedly a facet of American life for which there is no European equivalent.
Okay.
Number
Fair
5,
enough.
expensive post-secondary education.
Huh?
Quite frankly, post-secondary education in the United States is ridiculously expensive.
How
According
expensive?
to College Board, tuition ranges between a modest $3,500 a year for a public 2-year college to $25,000 for a 4-year out-of-state to nearly $35,000 for a private nonprofit.
Wait. Those prices, they're talking about college, right? University in the UK. My university was I think I ended the 4 years with 60k in debt. It's now gone up to like 100k because obviously they add interest. It's horrible, dude. But yo, we have to pay as well.
Not including room and board. These prices would be faint-inducing for most Europeans.
Really?
In places like Austria, Denmark, and Germany, tuition is completely free for domestic students.
That's
while
mad.
other countries like Belgium, France, and Italy provide tuition for less than $1,000 a year.
Wow.
Of course, there are some expensive areas like the United Kingdom where tuition can cost around £9,000 a year.
Yeah, it is. It's £9,000 a year. Wait, let me know if you've been to college. How much was it a year? Mine was $9,000 a year.
Which equates to roughly $12,000 US. Number 4, the healthcare system. This is a potentially controversial difference, but a difference nonetheless. Universal healthcare varies between European nations, with some being publicly sponsored and others publicly provided. But the fact remains that practically all of Europe is covered under the umbrella of universal healthcare.
Right.
Countries like Austria, France, Italy, and the Netherlands, among many others, are covered under universal healthcare. America does not have such a system in place, with some even calling...
You know what? I feel like there's pros and cons to both, because we've debated about this before on YouTube and on Twitch. And my experience with the NHS, because I've done the NHS and I've done private where I've had to pay as well for my eye, because NHS, I tried to get an appointment for my eye, and it literally took more than a year to hear back from them to schedule an appointment. Luckily, I was like, I don't want to wait because I know that it can be long times. I was like, I'm going to go private straight away. It was, the price was like £100 per visit. So it wasn't too bad. Obviously being free is better, but I wasn't waiting a year. I wanted it to be seen ASAP.
The idea of universal healthcare, socialized medicine. Coverage has increased under the Affordable Care Act. And as of 2017, 92% of Americans had some form of health insurance. But only time will tell what the future holds for healthcare in America.
Interesting.
Number 3, such little vacation time.
Oh, this blows my mind.
Vacation time is certainly a touchy and controversial subject in America.
Right.
Many Americans do get paid vacation, but the allotted time is relatively limited, usually 2 or 3 weeks. And annual paid leave is not a right that many Americans enjoy. U.S. law does not guarantee a single day of paid vacation or paid public holiday. And as reported in 2012, only 77% of private employers even offer paid holidays.
Wow. Yo, in the UK, I'm pretty sure it's like you get holiday pay and you also get sick day pay. I think you get 2 weeks sick pay, and I think you get like a month holiday pay. So you can literally have 30 days, around 30 days. Book it off, you get paid, and it's for holidays. Just days off. And then if you're sick, you also get paid, and I think that's like 2 weeks. I could be wrong, though.
Countries in the European Union must provide their workers at least 4 weeks of paid vacation every year. Some countries, including France, Luxembourg, Sweden, and Austria, can allow up to 7 weeks or more vacation when including paid public holidays.
Mad!
Number 2, Prices displayed without tax.
This is a little bit confusing.
If a European tourist finds themselves in an American Walmart, they may find themselves a little confused when they go up to the cash and discover that the price is higher than what they read on the tag. That's because
that would be trippy, bro. Let's say it's my birthday and my parents gave me $100. I'm gonna go to the shop with $100. I've totaled all my things up for $100. I go to the counter, he's like, it's $120. I'm like, oh well, when I got 100, can you let me off?
because American stores display their prices before tax. Some states like Oregon and Montana do not.
You know what? I've gotten used to American date because I do see it quite a bit now. I've seen it on stuff that you sent to me and I've read it. It's not too hard to adjust your brain when you know it's American anyway. It's not too hard. Yo, bro, I've seen these, but you guys did comment on a video where we seen these. Because I was blown away that you can't move your shower caps. Like, it's just stuck there. But you guys say you could just buy them. You know what I mean? So if it's really that much of a problem, you could just buy one that you take off. I know. I would hate a non-adjustable one, though.
Number 1. Tipping. Eating out at a restaurant is an extremely different beast in Europe than it is in America.
Right.
Not only are the portion sizes much smaller, but also the servers aren't constantly checking in on you. And you're not expected to leave a tip. However, if you feel like your service was simply magnificent and worthy of a little something extra, a tip of 5% is more than sufficient. However, American servers often rely on tips to make a living.
That's the thing, like, I have tips in the UK, but it's only if the servers are really, really nice. Most of the time, they're not. So they get a tip. But it don't matter either way. Like, if you don't tip them, nothing's going to happen. If you tip them, then, you know, you made their day a little bit better.
And leaving a tip as high as 15 or 20% is generally expected. Not tipping your waiter is seen as a highly offensive gesture. We've all seen Reservoir Dogs. Do you agree with our pick?
Yo, those tips can be expensive, bro. If you, like, let's say you go for a birthday meal, and let's say, like, I don't know, you're treating the family or something, bro, you're going to be paying a big, big tip. Actually, let me know in the comments, what's the biggest tip you've ever paid? I want to know, I'm curious. My biggest tip I've ever paid is probably like £20, maybe. And that was a lot. And that's because the meal was nice and the service was really nice. But yo, let me know what you guys think tonight in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/ElfredWG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.